Hello, athletes. Welcome and thank you for tuning into the Coach Katie Danger podcast, recorded live from Omaha, Nebraska. I'm your host, Coach Katie Danger, U.S. Army veteran, fitness coach, and founder of Red H Nutrition. Here's a fact for you. 99% of us are not elite athletes. We're individuals from all backgrounds, juggling life's priorities, including jobs, our families, their needs, and trying to find time to take care of ourselves. Every single week when you tune in, I'll be discussing clear, concise, and actionable strategies you can use to get the most from your fitness, nutrition, and mindset so you can optimize your life without compromising your time. So athletes, settle in and get comfortable. I'm here to educate, inspire, empower, and entertain you to help you enjoy the unique fitness journey that you are on. Hey, athletes, what is up? It is Coach Katie Danger, and welcome to episode number 55 of the Coach Katie Danger podcast. How's training been for everybody out there? Lately, I have been going on and off with the enjoyment of my training, but about a month ago, I found myself in a really horrible rut. I didn't want to train. I'm really feeling like very uninspired, just absolutely like no motivation. Nothing really sounded fun. And mainly it's because I just didn't have a goal in mind. Now, usually when I train, I'm very, very goal oriented. I'm very specific about the end result that I want to achieve. That mindset in itself was becoming a hindrance. And that's kind of what this aha moment was. I felt like believing that in order to work out, I had to have an end goal, like a very specific one. That was kind of keeping me in this plateau I was in. So for example, like I have no weight loss goal. I'm not necessarily trying to build muscle for anything in particular. I'm not interested in any competitions at this time, not bodybuilding, not CrossFit, but I know that I need to exercise if I want to stay healthy. And although most of the wellness is what we eat or what we don't eat, like that's when the majority of our everything in fitness comes from is what we eat. Taking care of our physical body, you got to have aerobic exercise and you got to have resistance training. You got to have those two. And after all of my research, all of my experience far and wide over the past 15 years, I just know and believe that you should work out at least 3 times a week. So incorporating some form of resistance training, some form of aerobic endurance, at least 3 times a week, at minimum. At minimum, this is for everybody. Now, once you start having more audacious goals, competitions, very specific end results you want to achieve, that's when you need to start looking at a larger scope training plan, but 3 times a week. And, for some people, that could just be taking a walk around the block. But for some of you, that means 60 minutes of HIIT training, followed with resistance training, followed with God knows what else, right? So all of our fitnesses, all of our goals, they look a little bit different. We all have something different that we're trying to achieve. But my problem was that I didn't have any idea what I wanted to achieve. In the past, like I've mentioned, I've had these audacious goals of doing CrossFit competitions, but right now I just want to improve my wellness. And saying that out loud, just like I want to improve my wellness, it just doesn't seem as ambitious as some of the things that I set out and done before. So I had to get a different perspective on that. And I know that working out is important. I already said that. I know that the body wants to move too. Not only do you need to move it, but it wants to move. But what's my why? What is going to make me get down in the gym and get some work done? Like, what am I here for? So I knew, my frustration is coming to an end, but I knew even when I was at my most frustrated that this too shall pass. It always does. And then I just had an aha moment. Like I was working out one evening and I'm like, what am I even doing this for? My why is so I can be available to you. So I can be the best coach, internet coach, guru, whatever you want to call me, that I can be the best for you. My why is being present for you, my athletes and my listeners. And I'm hoping by now through 54 complete episodes, now we're on number 55. I hope by now that I've shared enough information with you that show you how my experiences can be valuable in your own fitness journey. Maybe I'm going to save you some hassle later on down the road because, I've already gone through those bumps and bruises. And if I share it with you, you don't necessarily have to go through the same thing. So I do that. I answer questions. I try new things and then share them with you and talk about supplements, do some deep dive in research, ultimately just being my own guinea pig for my own curiosity's sake, and then being able to share it with others. That's my why. You guys are my why. My listeners are my why. So thank you very much. I've really loved growing this podcast with you. I've enjoyed sharing all my failures, all my successes, and then everything in between. And my why is to continue to do all of that with as much fun and intensity as I can bring to a podcast and a YouTube video every single week. So in addition to finding my why and getting excited about training again, I also redid my home gym setup. If you happen to be watching on YouTube with this video, in the background, I've got my dumbbell rack. I bought a barbell. I got a squat rack. I got a really cheap squat rack on Amazon. It's really not that straight, but it's straight enough. So for $100, like, you get what you pay for. So we did a bunch of spring cleaning, decluttering, and I've got this awesome home gym set up. And if you look in the background, I've also got a pull-up bar. So the pull-up bar comes down from the rafters in the house here, but I've got this pulley system set up. It's so cool. It's so cool. So I can do lots of things now. I can do basic cable rowing exercises, lat pull downs. I even got a pair of 60-pound dumbbells. And if you guys have ever used dumbbells before, 60-pound dumbbell feels a hell of a lot heavier than 60 pounds, right? Like, it's so heavy. Even the UPS guy, when he was dropping them off, I met him at the door, and I don't know why I met him at the door. It's like I was going to take 60-pound dumbbell from him, hand it over. But he looked at me and he said, "Are you serious with these things?" And I just laughed, and, he got a workout in for the day. I really appreciate you, UPS man. So anyway, there's lots of things that once I do get in the mode to work out, there's lots of things that really get me going. And you've already seen the title of this episode. It's fact checking, and we're talking about beta-alanine. No matter what I'm training for, where I'm training, what my goal is, whether I'm at home gym, at Planet Fitness, at my CrossFit box, outside running, lifting, like whatever, I usually always take supplements as part of my pre-workout routine. Sometimes it's a legit pre-workout. Like it's one of Radiation Nutrition's Formula H ones. Favorite right now is fizzy orange soda. But before I digress, so I take a pre-workout. And then if I'm doing endurance, maybe it's a beetroot supplement so I can improve my oxygen capacity. But there is always one supplement that I would take all the time. And you probably guessed it already. It's beta-alanine. I'm sure you know what beta-alanine feels like if you felt this way before. So this is what it feels like. It's the ingredient in some pre-workouts that makes your skin itch or tingle. And in the science world, they call it paresthesia. So if you've had that feeling before, it's probably been from the beta-alanine in your pre-workout. Let me tell you a few things about it. It's a totally safe supplement. It's totally normal. There's no risks, adverse side effects from that feeling or beta-alanine in general. And I'll tell you that feeling that you get, the tingly, I'll have some people tell me they don't take pre-workouts or beta-alanine because of the tingle. But I'm telling you, if you're able to work through it, the performance benefits far outweigh the lack of comfort you have for that brief moment with beta-alanine. I think beta-alanine is the bee's knees. Like if I had to take one supplement to me with an island and I couldn't have anything else ever, beta-alanine would be my short list with creatine. Creatine and beta-alanine, like they're so awesome. And beta-alanine, the stuff just works. It's highly researched, it's safe, it's legal. It's used by elite level athletes in all sports and disciplines. It's affordable and it's accessible nearly anywhere. So it's the good stuff, right? Now, getting into the meat and potatoes here, let's talk about the who, what, when, where, why, and how, and really get down to the details on why you should, no, wait a second, why you must, absolutely must start taking beta-alanine in your training routine as soon as possible. So what is beta-alanine? Now, I don't like to usually get too sciencey in my podcast. It's not because I don't like science, but talking in layman's terms, talking like one-on-one with you, I just find that a lot more valuable than diving into deep scientific research on periodicals and peer-reviewed. You get the idea, right? So in this portion for this part, I am going to just talk a little sciencey. I mean, the words are going to be there, and I'll still explain it in a way that I think you'll be able to understand without pulling out any Google. Beta-alanine is a non-essential amino acid, and unlike most amino acids, it is not used by your body to synthesize protein. So it has no play in the actual growing and repairing and rebuilding of the muscle itself. Now, instead, together with histidine, which is also an amino acid, it produces carnosine. Carnosine is then stored in your skeletal muscles. Okay, so we've got beta-alanine together with histidine. They come together, they produce carnosine. What does carnosine do? Carnosine reduces lactic acid accumulation in your muscles during exercise, which leads to improved athletic performance. So, lactic acid means acidity, means a imbalance, a suboptimal pH of your blood. And when you supplement with beta-alanine, it has been shown to elevate carnosine levels in the muscles by 80%. So you exercise, you get this lactic acid buildup. Carnosine's like, no way. And it buffers it. You don't get that lactic acid feeling. Your muscles are able to contract and relax. You're strong, okay? Hey, I know, and you know, that I talk a lot about using supplements on your fitness journey and reaching your full potential. How I believe they're integral pieces of the puzzle to reaching your best self and best fitness results. But do you know how supplements fit into your plan? Do you know what to take for your goals and how much of a supplement you should take? If you've ever had any of those questions and you want to know how supplements can work for you and your goals, go to yourfitnesssupplements.com and take the free 3-point personalized supplement assessment. And with just a few questions, you'll have a complete personalized supplement recommendation in less than 60 seconds. You'll know more about how supplements fit into your fitness goals, what's safe, and what's effective and perfect for you. So type in yourfitnesssupplements.com in your internet browser, take the free assessment, and get on the fast track to your best fitness results. This is how carnosine acts during exercise. Glucose is broken down. So glycolysis is the breakdown of glucose, which is the main source of fuel during high-intensity exercise. Lactate is produced. As you exercise, your muscles break down glucose into lactic acid. This is converted into lactate, which produces hydrogen ions, and these are positively charged, so H+ ions. The muscles are going to become more acidic at this point, and the hydrogen ions reduce the pH level in your muscles, making them more acidic. So if you remember that scale, like 1 to 6 is acid, 7's neutral, 8 to 14, I believe, is a base. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that is correct from 8th grade physical science class. So muscles are becoming more acidic at this point with exercise because you've got this accumulation of hydrogen ions in your muscles. Fatigue starts to set in. You can have things like muscle cramps, muscle failure. The muscle acidity, what it does is it blocks the glucose breakdown and reduces your muscle's ability to contract. Therefore, it can't relax. So if your muscle happens to be in a point of contraction when it fatigues finally, you could have a muscle cramp, a muscle spasm. Either way, this is obviously not optimal for your workout, right? Well, carnosine is a buffer. It's a buffer. And it works against the lactic acid, reducing acidity in the muscles during high-intensity exercise. This means less cramps, it means more strength, and it means more strength in the contraction of your muscles. So you get a harder, stronger, more powerful contraction. If you need to produce a lot of force in whatever your sport is at the time, that could be a damn good thing. So since beta-alanine, let's bring it back all together. Since beta-alanine increases carnosine levels, they help your muscles reduce their acid levels during exercise, thus reduces overall fatigue, and you can do more work. Why should you take it? Well, I kind of feel like explaining what beta-alanine was is a pretty damn good reason why you should take it. But if you haven't already, synthesized and put it together, I'm going to give you a few explicit reasons. Like, this is what you're going to get from it. You won't get tired as fast. It's great for HIIT training and shorter duration workouts. So if you're a CrossFitter and you like to do, AMRAPs and Metcons and you name it, beta-alanine is a must in your pre-workout routine. Absolute must. It'll help you boost muscular endurance. So if you're a CrossFitter who likes to barbell cycle, and what I mean by that is being able to cycle the barbell, a certain amount of reps, so a certain amount of time and still stay strong throughout, this is going to help with your muscular endurance. It improves your training volume. It'll increase the total stimulus on your body during exercise, and that just leads to greater results in a shorter time frame. So not only going to get greater results, but we're going to cut down the time frame in which all of that occurs. It's pretty awesome, right? So that's why you should take it. And who should take it? Who is this safe for? I'm going to be very clear here. Literally everybody should be taking beta-alanine. Anyone training for anything. High-intensity interval training. Long, slow distance. If you're a rower, if you're a biker, if you're a swimmer, if you're a runner, if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're white, if you're black, I don't care who you are. If you are a human, if you're a human being who breathes oxygen, and you partake in some sort of physical activity for fitness's sake, and you enjoy monitoring your improvement over the journey, beta-alanine is a no-brainer addition. Absolute no-brainer. You need to have beta-alanine if you're a human being and you exercise, okay? And then how do you take it? Now, after doing some research on beta-alanine, like, I've always been a pre-workout person. Like, I take my beta-alanine with my pre-workout, but apparently it actually doesn't matter the timing of the intake. It's just that you intake it. The reason I like to take it pre-workout is because it does give me that tingly feeling, and I really like that. It kind of, I don't know, it makes me think that it's go time. That's why I like it in my pre-workout. So here's what I recommend, though. If you've never taken beta-alanine before and you want to start throwing it in, here's what I recommend to get started. Before your workout, aim for about 2 to 5 grams of beta-alanine. 2 to 5 grams, so 2,000 to 5,000 milligrams. You can find beta-alanine in most common pre-workout supplements, and most pre-workouts that are worth their salt are going to have a clinical dose, that 2 to 5 grams. They're going to have that clinical dose of beta-alanine in the powder, since the studies show of the major benefits. I mean, if any pre-workout, if any supplement company ever wanted to say, well, my stuff isn't snake oil and it works, show me you have beta-alanine in your pre-workout and then we'll talk, because this stuff is highly researched. Good supplement, especially for your performance and your results. So take it in pre-workout form. And I wanted to put a side note here because I always love talking about Red H Nutrition. I got this cute little product placement now that we're doing YouTube videos. The Formula H, all 4 flavors of their pre-workout have 3.2 grams. So I mentioned you want 2 to 5. It has 3.2 grams of beta-alanine per scoop. And like I mentioned earlier, beta-alanine is that supplement that gives you that tingly feeling on your skin called paresthesia. And it is safe, it is normal, and it's nothing to worry about. But if you happen to not like that feeling, you probably won't experience it after a long period of time. So if you continue to take it, if you're able to if the feeling isn't that intense for you and you can handle it, you just move through it. One, the performance benefits will follow, but two, you will probably just get over it in general. If you really don't like the feeling though, here's what I recommend. Take smaller serving sizes, like do 800 milligrams at a time for 3 to 4 servings. So instead of taking like 3,200, 4,000 milligrams, take 800 milligrams at a time, 3 to 4 times. Beta-alanine can also be found in capsules. I have a love-hate relationship with beta-alanine capsules, and here's why. So you need like 4 to 5 pills to get the same serving size as a scoop. So to me, it's more pleasurable to drink a pre-workout and then to drink the beta-alanine because I'm taking 4 to 5 pills. They're kind of big too. So I don't really like that. But with the pills, you get a faster acting dose and you don't have to drink your whole pre-workout to make sure you get the full dose. I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I just don't drink all of my pre-workout. I'll take like a few sips and I'm like ready to go. And I forget that I still haven't drank most of it. So then I know I haven't gotten the full dose of beta-alanine. And this may be the only time you ever hear me promote a GNC brand product, but here we go. I take their Pro Performance line beta-alanine. You need 4 pills to get 3,200 milligrams, but I like it. I feel it quick. It does what I need to do. And especially if I'm not going to be taking pre-workout, there are times where I wean myself off of pre-workout. So I still want to make sure I get my beta-alanine. And there you have it. All the info you need to know about beta-alanine and why it's a must. Even if you only care a little bit about fitness, beta-alanine is a must. Take 2 to 5 grams before every workout. And if you need a pre-workout that's got it all, including the 3.2 grams of beta-alanine, head on over to Red H Nutrition, pick up a tub of Formula H pre-workout. There's 4 awesome flavors from sour to sweet. There's something that you'll love. Plus, you're going to have a great workout, right? Now, remember, I've got a few Red H Nutrition coupons for my athlete listeners. So listen up, get out a pen and paper if you need to. The code podcast20, it's going to save you 20% off every order after your first order. If you have not made an order from Red H Nutrition yet, use my code, Coach Katie Danger, all one word, Coach Katie Danger, and you'll save 30% off your entire first order. I mean, that's good on all regularly priced supplements. So you guys, I don't know what you're waiting for. Add beta-alanine like yesterday, okay? Like today. Add it in today. And if you don't have a pre-workout yet that has it, redhnutrition.com, use one of those codes, podcast20 or Coach Katie Danger, depending on if you've purchased anything yet. But last thing I want to remind you of, listen to episode number 52 if you haven't already. That was our annual episode. In it, I shared a special discount code that's available, but you got to listen to the episode to get it to find out how to claim it. So that is just a little Easter egg for a little tidbit I'll leave you with. And all right, that is it for episode number 55. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And remember, all my episodes are also available now on YouTube, in addition to all the major streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, etc. I want you to join my YouTube channel because I've got even more fitness tips and videos that are going up now. And I'd love for you to follow me. I'd love to just continue to provide awesome content, tips, and guides to help you out. So keep training hard, athletes. This is Coach KDD. Thanks for listening. Over and out.
This is the podcastfactory.com.